Most people think you need a big garden, proper land, or at least some fancy setup before you can grow real vegetables at home. But the truth is far more chaotic and exciting than that, because some of the most productive vegetables on the planet don't just tolerate containers, they practically explode inside them, growing faster, denser, and more aggressively than they ever would in open soil, as if the pot itself is a signal to go into overdrive. And here's the part most beginners never realize until it's too late. Once you plant the right crops in the right containers, your balcony, your windowsill, or even a random corner of your home can quietly turn into a non-stop food production system that keeps giving back far more than you expected, almost like nature decided to speed-run growth just for you. But there's a catch, because not every vegetable behaves like this. Some will struggle, some will stall, and some will just sit there looking dramatic without producing anything useful, which is exactly why knowing which vegetables go crazy in containers is the difference between disappointment and a green explosion you can harvest every single week. So in this video, you're going to see the vegetables that don't just survive in containers, they dominate them, stretching, fruiting, multiplying, and practically refusing to stop once they get going. And by the end you might look at a simple bucket very differently, because it won't look like a container anymore, it will look like potential. Now before we jump into specific vegetables, it's important to understand one key idea that most beginner gardeners miss completely. Container gardening is not about limitation, it is about control, because instead of fighting unpredictable soil conditions or competing roots underground, you are building a perfectly tuned microenvironment where you decide exactly how much water, nutrients, and sunlight your plants receive, which means the right vegetables don't just survive in containers, they often perform better than they would in open soil. And that is exactly where things get interesting. Tomato cherry tomatoes, the balcony monsters. If there is one vegetable that refuses to behave modestly in a container, it is the cherry tomato, because once it establishes itself in a 10 to 15 gallon pot with strong sunlight and a simple trellis, it doesn't just grow, it starts climbing, branching, and producing clusters of fruit in a way that feels almost excessive, like it is trying to turn your balcony into a hanging orchard of red energy. With consistent watering and occasional pruning, cherry tomatoes will keep producing continuously, and the more you harvest, the more they seem to respond, which creates this almost addictive cycle of growth and reward that makes them one of the most satisfying container crops in existence. Hot pepper chili peppers, the fire engines of containers. Right next to tomatoes in container dominance are chili peppers, which somehow seem built for confined spaces, because they thrive under heat, tolerate slight stress, and reward even minimal care with an impressive number of fruits, often far more than you expect from such compact plants. Whether you go for jalapenos, cayenne, or bird's eye varieties, these plants tend to behave like slow-burning engines of production, steadily pumping out peppers over a long season, especially when placed in warm, sunny locations where they can soak up energy like tiny botanical batteries. Leafy greens, the endless harvest machines. If you want speed, consistency, and near-instant gratification, leafy greens are where container gardening starts to feel almost unfair, because lettuce, spinach, kale, and arugula can all be grown in relatively shallow pots, and once they get going, many of them allow repeated harvesting where you simply cut outer leaves and let the plant regenerate again and again. It creates this continuous loop of fresh greens that feels less like gardening and more like managing a living salad system that quietly resets itself every few days. Green onions, the never-ending crop. Green onions are one of those plants that make people question why they ever bought them from a store in the first place, because once you realize you can regrow them from scraps or harvest them repeatedly while the base keeps regenerating, it starts to feel like cheating. Placed in even a small container, they will continue producing for weeks or even months, requiring almost no attention beyond basic watering and occasional trimming, making them one of the most efficient crops you can possibly grow in a small space. Radishes, the speed experiment. Radishes bring something different to the container garden, because instead of long-term production, they deliver speed, often going from seed to harvest in just a few weeks, which makes them perfect for testing soil, experimenting with spacing, or simply getting fast feedback that something is working. They don't require deep containers, they don't demand complex care, and they give you that instant reward loop that keeps beginner gardeners motivated. Bush beans, the quiet producers. Bush beans might not look dramatic, but once they start producing, they become incredibly reliable, sending out consistent waves of tender pods that can be harvested regularly throughout their growing cycle. Unlike climbing beans, they stay compact, making them ideal for medium-sized containers, especially in sunny areas where they can maintain steady growth without much intervention. Blank. Underscore. Blank. Cucumbers, the vertical waterfalls. Cucumbers in containers only make sense when you go vertical, because once you train them up a trellis, they transform into cascading vines that seem to produce endlessly, especially if you keep harvesting regularly, which encourages even more fruit development. It's one of those plants that rewards structure, because without support it sprawls, but with it, it becomes a productive vertical wall of green abundance. Herb Swiss chard, the ornamental powerhouse. Swiss chard deserves more attention than it usually gets, because it is one of the few vegetables that is both visually striking and highly productive, with colorful stems that make containers look decorative while still producing edible leaves for months at a time. It tolerates heat, partial shade, and repeated harvesting, making it one of the most forgiving leafy crops you can grow. Blank. Underscore. Blank. Jack-o'-lantern zucchini, the overachiever. Zucchini in containers is almost comical in its productivity, because a single healthy plant can produce an overwhelming number of fruits during peak season, often faster than most households can consume them. The key is giving it a large enough container and consistent feeding, because when it is happy, it does not slow down, it simply keeps producing. At this point, it's worth addressing something that quietly separates successful container gardeners from frustrated ones, because soil quality, drainage, and nutrient balance matter far more than most people expect, and the plants that grow like crazy in containers are usually the ones that are getting a perfectly tuned combination of moisture retention and aeration, which is why using a high-quality growing medium makes such a huge difference. If you want to shortcut the learning curve here, one of the easiest upgrades is using a ready-to-go organic soil mix designed for vegetables, especially one that includes compost, coco coir, and slow-release nutrients, and I'll link a beginner-friendly option in the description that simplifies this entire process so you don't have to guess your way through soil chemistry while your plants are trying to grow. And while we're on the topic of simplifying the setup, another thing that dramatically improves container success is using self-watering planters, especially during hot weather, because they stabilize moisture levels and reduce the constant stress of overwatering or underwatering. And I've also included a recommended option below that works particularly well for leafy greens, peppers, and compact fruiting plants. Seedling herbs, the silent multiplier effect. Herbs like basil, parsley, cilantro, and mint behave almost like ecosystem boosters in container gardens, because not only do they grow quickly and respond well to pruning, but they also attract beneficial insects and enhance the overall productivity of nearby plants, creating a more balanced and resilient mini-garden environment. Mint in particular should always be contained separately, unless you want it to quietly take over everything like an unstoppable green wave. Once you understand container gardening at this level, something subtle changes, because you stop seeing pots as limitations and start seeing them as controlled ecosystems, where every container becomes a small but powerful production unit, and even the smallest space begins to feel like it has hidden potential waiting to be activated. And the most surprising part is that you don't need perfection to get started, you just need a few seeds, a few containers, and the willingness to let things grow a little wildly in your direction, because once that first burst of green energy takes over a simple pot on your balcony, it becomes very difficult to ever look at empty space the same way again.